Hey guys, Tonic here, and welcome back to another Top Photos of the Week. This week was pretty awesome. We had a lot of really nice photos from the brand new Steel Rain update, and we had a surprising amount of nice character portraits. A lot of these are super cool, so I'm pretty stoked for this video. Let's get right into it. First up, we have a beautiful landscape photo from Atomi, and it's them looking down the cliff on the side of the Palace of the Winding Path. I love the time of day of this photo. It's just very nice, it's very calming, and then also the view is absolutely incredible. The next photo comes to us from I Am Low-Key Sad, and it's them standing outside of a nuke zone wearing the fireman helmet, and I'm not too sure what that outfit is. I kind of think it's that Brahmin outfit, but I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, they look absolutely awesome. I also believe that's a cryolator that they're holding, just standing outside of this thing looking like they're about to do some damage. This next photo for some reason reminds me a lot of Halo, and it comes to us from Noisy Fellow 65. I'm not too sure why I kind of put those two things together, but it does kind of look like the back of some Spartan armor and some foliage, but of course it is just power armor, and I've actually never really noticed how similar the legs of these things look. Up next is a really nice photo from the Joker with some absolutely amazing God rays and then also just some really cool looking power armor. I love the mire. I always do say that when these videos go live. The mire is just such a nice place for photos. The lighting is so cool, and I also really do like that little frog by your feet. I actually didn't notice that earlier. This next photo comes to us from Soda K, and it says, "What a nice view at the parade." And I totally agree. This is a super cool view, but I do kind of feel bad for all the low levels that got stuck in this rad storm. Honestly, I kind of miss Vajna. I know that we've had it a lot recently, or at least somewhat recently, but it is a really nice event, and I like how it kind of gets everyone together, and some of the photos that come out of it are awesome. I really love them. Next up, we have an awesome photo from Sassy Lady of a Scorch Beast flying during the nighttime, and a pretty cool fact, if you didn't know, Scorch Beasts are actually mutated bats, and it really shows in this image. I'm not sure if it's just the nighttime or the whole entire kind of nocturnal vibe that this image gives off, but you can really see all the bat-like features at their absolute best. You can see the pointy ears there, the very bony wings, the small little feet. I think it's really cool just kind of seeing a Scorch Beast at nighttime. For some reason, I honestly don't see that too often. Following the trend of nighttime photos, we have a really cool photo from your mom, and I love the Discord name. It's kind of funny now that I said it out loud, but this image is really cool. I love the Fallout nighttime sky. They honestly did do a really good job with putting all these stars in there, and the clouds you can still kind of see with the moonlight. It just looks absolutely awesome, and this is a wonderful photo. Up next, we have an adorable photo from Lubo0, and it's of a cat in a window. I love the cats. I really can't wait for camp pets. It's going to be a total game changer for me. If there's one thing that I want the most in this game, it honestly might be camp pets, as well as the expeditions. Those are going to be really sweet, but these cats are awesome. They're so adorable, and an awesome photo, Lubia0. Up next, we have a photo from Felix the Phoenix, and it's one of the brand new locations of Set of Steel Dawn. A super nice location shot, and I gotta say, the map design of all these new locations is phenomenal. All these new places are super cool. This is one of them, and I really enjoyed my time in here, just kind of walking around and looking at everything. The photo up next is very orange, but it's also super cool. I love the orange kind of color scheme. It might be sunrise, it might be sunset. I'm really not too sure when the orange colors start to come out, but they always look awesome on photos. Also, I really do like the character on the left there, just kind of hiding in that tree. Super cool. I love this photo. Great work, Apocalyptic Fun. Up next, we have an absolutely beautiful photo from Ugo Chaka, and it's actually from the Toxic Valley at nighttime. And I was honestly pretty surprised when I heard that. The Toxic Valley usually does not look this pretty, but this is absolutely gorgeous. I love the purpley kind of moon. I love the dark sky there and that giant tree up there on the hill. Super pretty, and again, just kind of blown away that this was taken in the Toxic Valley. Coming in at number 12, we have a really cool photo from Bass. I like the use of the filter in this one a lot. The use of the filter here kind of makes it look like down the cave is very red. It looks like there's some fire going on down there, maybe some super bad stuff, but then it also does kind of make it look like where you're coming from is super blue and calm. I just think the filter use here is really cool. Also, I'm usually not that big of a fan of when people put the Fallout 76 logo on the images there, but for some reason I feel like it kind of complements this photo, and I really don't mind it. Up next, we have a super nice photo from K9 Lou. It's them kind of wading through the water in some power armor. K9 Lou always has some really cool photos like this. They always have that same kind of aesthetic to them, and it never gets old. They're always awesome to see. Coming up next, we have a really nice photo from Sting, and this photo gives me some massive Stalker of Chernobyl vibes, as well as some pretty big DayZ vibes. It just kind of looks like you're hiding there behind a store counter after a long day of scavenging, and I really like that aesthetic. It actually does kind of look like a nice Fallout loading screen, or maybe something that you would see in like a Fallout mod type thing. It just is really cool. I love the look of this photo. This next photo is very colorful, and I absolutely love it. It comes to us from Double D8778, and it's just a really nice photo. I believe that this is the tunnel that you actually dig with the Settler quest line to get into the vault raid, but I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, there are so many colors going on right here: the red, the green, the blue, the purple, this like the weird kind of grayish tone around the outskirts of it. I absolutely love it. An awesome photo, and I would love to know how you did this with all the filter work and everything. It just came out to be really unique. This next photo comes to us from Halte, and it's them running away from a death claw, and it's actually really funny. I think another really funny thing about this is the image that someone posted underneath it. It honestly does kind of sum up the image perfectly. The next photo comes to us from Tirecord575074. Very long Discord name, but a very cool looking photo. I love the lighting here. It just looks absolutely phenomenal. You have that lantern just kind of glowing on the side of the helmet. You can kind of see one of the eyes in the light. Super cool, and brings me right back to New Vegas. This photo comes to us from a very common name in this series, First Vault Dweller. They always bring the heat, they always have such good photos, and this one is no different. I'm actually super surprised at the vertical use though. Usually they don't use the vertical photos, but it kind of came out perfectly. I love how you can really see just how tall that tower is. I love all the advertisements on the side. It kind of reminds me of Cyberpunk 2077. Coming in here at number 19, we have a photo from Jared, and it's actually their first time submitting, and they posted a few Brotherhood things, but this one I think stood out a lot among the rest. I love this one. I really like just the simplicity of it, just kind of standing in front of these things with very high saturation. I love the armor. I really do appreciate the shotgun use as well. You don't really see too many shotgun builds anymore, but everything kind of just came together to make a very professional looking image. This is one of those ones that I like to call the stock images that Bethesda themselves would actually post, and this kind of looks like one. I could honestly see this being a loading screen or maybe even like an advertisement for the Steel Rain update. For the top photo this week, we have a photo that actually kind of tricked me into thinking it was a real photo just for a few seconds. When I looked at this, I was very impressed. This comes to us from Ember, another very common name on this series, but this photo that they took was absolutely breathtaking. I love the simplicity of it. I love the plain black and white filter, the god rays kind of shining through the middle there. I do think that this is on Deathclaw Island, but I'm not 100% sure, but regardless, it is a wonderful photo and taken in just such a nice way where it kind of does look realistic. I also really do think that this photo is a really nice way to really just take a step back and appreciate the true beauty of this game. You don't need fancy filter work, you don't need all these fancy effects with your photos, the best Atomic Shop items, things like that. You just need a really good artistic eye and you can produce something absolutely beautiful. This game is beautiful on its own, and this photo is a perfect reminder that there is beauty in simplicity. So a huge congrats to Ember for making top photo of the week, and a massive congrats to everybody else who submitted for making it into the video. If you want to get involved with this, go ahead and join the Discord. I'll post a link down below. You can hop right in there, go over to the Top Photos channel, and there you can post your photos and have a chance at being in next week's video. Also, very quickly, I do want to mention the gameplay that you are seeing right now is of an archer build that I've actually been working on for about 2 months. I've been trying to maximize the bow and arrows damage in this game for a while, and I am happily putting out over about 1,000 damage on all of these enemies. I will be releasing a guide on this pretty soon here, so stay tuned for that. Also, I do want to say a big thank you to everybody who stopped by and watched, and as always, a massive thank you to all the channel members: Robert Kennard, Anna Reestes, Blake Heath, Fallout McFly, Captain Awesome, Citizen Girl, Chad of Fallout 76 Podcast, EsDeath93, Heather Henderson, Yosefated, Patrick Ruda, 23 Icefire, Jay Smith, Argent Deer, Bazo Double Frang, Ice Cream Manny, Chris Decker, Theodore, Digital Aardvark, Lone Samurai OG, Diathan Gaming, Christy Mullen Schwitz. You guys are amazing. I love you guys, and have a good weekend.